Thank you for joining this lesson. Welcome everyone to STEM Smart Academy. We are going to look at the Kenya National Math Gurus Joint Examination Council. That is the core mathematics grade 10, end of term 2, July 2026. This is core mathematics offered to those learners doing the STEM pathway. So, if you are following us for the first time, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this link with your other friends so that they can also join and enjoy the free sessions offered at STEM Smart Academy. We are going to discuss the entire of this paper, so stay tuned. Have your math tools ready with you, for it's going to be a very, very impactful revision. Smart Academy. We are going to discuss the entire. So, let us have a look at the section A of the question paper and exactly what is required of us in it. This is a very standard question paper for revision. Question number 1, as you can see, question number 1. All composite numbers greater than 10 but less than 20 are arranged in ascending order to form a single integer. Which of the following represents the number formed? So when you talk about the composite numbers, first let us list the composite numbers. You have to understand that a composite number is a number that has more than 2 factors. So from 10 greater than 10 but less than 20, we have 12. That is our first composite number. The next composite number is 14, 15, 16, and finally 18. Those are the composite numbers. But now they are arranged in ascending order. When you are told ascending order, that should be from the smallest to largest. So the number will be 12, 14, 15, 16, and 18. We look at the choices. The one that exactly matches what we have is choice A for apple. So for question number 1, the correct answer is A for apple. Question 2, we are headed to question number 2, ladies and gentlemen. A compound interest investment grows according to the index expression A is equal to 10,000 multiplied by 10 to the power of 2t, where t is the time in years. If the total amount A reaches 81,000, how many years have passed? So the formula we are going to use here is A is equal to 1,000 times 3 to the power of 2t. But A, which is the total amount, is now 81,000. So we are going to say 81,000 is equal to 1,000 times 3 to the power of 2t. I can divide through by 1,000 to simplify this. Also this other side by 1,000. So this will cancel with this. So this will be 81 is equivalent to 1,000 and 1,000 will cancel. So we are going to have 81 is equivalent to 3 to the power of 2t. But what is 81 to base 3? When you express it to base 3, you know that 3 to the power of 4 is 81. So the 81 can be written as 3 power 4. So this is like saying 3 power 4, which is the same as 81, is equivalent to 3 power 2t. 3 power 2t. Then when you are equating and you reach a point whereby you have the same bases, you drop the bases and equate the powers. So this will be 4 is equivalent to 2t. To get the value of t, you divide here by 2, also here by 2. 2 here 1, 2 here 4. So this one, 2 into 4, 2. So you get 2 is equivalent to 4. Sorry, 2 is equivalent to t because 2 and 2 will cancel here. How many years have passed? So the value of t is equivalent to 2 years, which marks question 2 with choice B as the correct answer. Let us look at question number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Question number 3. We are headed to question number 3 now. In question number 3, a trader deposits 40,000 shillings into a savings account, paying a simple interest at a rate of 6% per annum. Determine the total amount in the account after 3 years. First of all, this is a simple interest question. We know that simple interest is given by principal multiplied by the rate of 100 times time. So the principal is the money deposited, so that will be 40,000 multiplied by the rate. The rate is 6%, so that will be 6 over 100 times time, a period of 3 years. So this will give you the interest as, when you do this multiplication, 40,000 times 6 over 100 times 3. This exactly gives you 7,200. 7,200. So this is the interest earned on top of the 40,000. Now, because the question is asking the amount, you need to know that amount is equivalent to the principal plus the interest. Our principal here is 40,000 plus the interest of 7,200. This gives you an amount of 47,200 Kenyan shillings. 47,200 Kenyan shillings. I'm seeing people tuning in and following keenly our lessons. That is excellent. Now we are going to question number 4. We are now going to question number 4, dear learners. And in question number 4, as you can see, it's another simple one. Determine the quadratic equation whose roots are 5 and negative 3. You know, when you have 5 and negative 3, it means the first value of x was 5. So if x is equals to 5, when you take 5 to the left, we are going to have this as x minus 5 is equivalent to 0. In the next one, the roots are just the values of x. The next value of x was negative 3, so I had x being equivalent to negative 3. When it crosses the left-hand side, you will have x plus 3 being equivalent to 0. So we form two equations. The first one is x minus 5 is equivalent to 0. So that will be x minus 5. Then the next equation will be x plus 3. These two are just equivalent to 0. When you are here, let us open the brackets. We are going to have this as x into x plus 3 minus 5 into x plus 3 is equivalent to 0. X times x, this will be x squared. X times 3, this will be plus 3x. Negative 5 times x, this will be minus 5x. negative 5 times 3, this will be minus 15, is equal to 0. So this will be x squared plus 3x minus 5x, this will be minus 2x minus 15. This should be equivalent to 0, and that is your quadratic equation. Looking at the choices, we exactly have, be very keen with the sign. Choice A for apple is the correct answer. Choice A for apple matches exactly what we've gotten. Let us have a look at the next question. Let us have a look at the next question. In our next question, a triangle with vertices A 2, 3, B 4, 5, and C 6, negative 6, 2 is reflected to A prime 6, 1, 6, negative 1, B prime 8, 1, and C prime 10, negative 2. Part A, find the equation of the mirror line. How do we find the equation of the mirror line? Before getting the equation of the mirror line, if I want to get, assume I have the triangle here. I want to give you guidance. This is A, this is B, this is C. Maybe I have here another one, A prime, B prime, C prime. To get the equation of the mirror line, what do? I'll join C maybe to C prime, then bisect. This will be my mirror line. So the mirror line is equidistant from C to C prime. So let me get the midpoint of C and C prime. Let me get the midpoint. Of C to C prime. The midpoint is given by x1 plus x2 divided by 2, then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So this means the coordinates for C, x coordinate of C is 6, plus the x coordinate of C prime, which is 10, then you divide this by 2. Y coordinate of C is 2, plus the y coordinate of C prime, which is negative 2, then you divide this by 2. So this will be 6 plus 10 is 16, divided by 2, you get 8, 2 plus negative 2 is 0, divided by 2 is 0. That is the point. So this point is 8, 0. Having that, allow I get the gradient of C prime. Let me compute the gradient of C prime. How do we get the gradient? Change in y over change in x. So the coordinates for C, remember, is 6, 2. Then C prime is 10, negative 2. So my gradient will be given by change in y, which is negative 2 minus 2 over change in x, which is 10 minus 6. So this will be negative 4 over 4. Negative 4 over 4, which is negative 1. Our gradient now here is negative 1. If that is the gradient of the line joining C to C prime, let us get the gradient of the perpendicular bisector of that line. Because the line is perpendicular to its bisector, then for perpendicular lines, G1 times G2 should give you negative 1. So gradient 1 multiplied by gradient 2 should be equivalent to negative 1 for any perpendicular lines. So this will mean negative 1 times G2 should be negative 1. Then the gradient of line 2 here, when you divide the rule by negative 1, you get 1. So the gradient of the perpendicular bisector is 1. Now to get the equation of the perpendicular bisector, which is our mirror line, I'll take the point 80, introduce another point, call it xy. Then I'll have now this is y minus 0 over x minus 8 to be equivalent to negative 1. To be equivalent to negative 1. Then you can cross multiply. When you cross multiply, you get this as y minus 0 is y. So this is y is equals to negative x plus 8. I'm having my y being equivalent to negative x plus 8. Have I done it the right way? Or there is a place I've omitted? Let me cross check, because I'm seeing the values are not they are not corresponding. Let me just have another look at it so that we can clearly get what we want. Let me see. We had coordinate C was I'm trying to see what should be done here. C was 6, 2, and C prime was 10, negative 2. So when you bear that in mind, what first have I gotten as my midpoint? How did I get my midpoint? Let me see. My midpoint, when I join the two, let us see exactly what is there for us. We are seeing exactly what is there for us. Let me see. 6 plus 10 is 16 divided by, that is that. 2 plus negative 2 is 0 divided by 2 is 0. Trying to see. So I get the gradient as negative 1. So the gradient 2 was positive 1. So this, in fact, what is my gradient? My gradient should be positive 1, not negative 1, because gradient 2 is 1. So this is 1. When you multiply, you should get y is equals to x plus 8. Trying to see this. Just yeah, I think based on our calculation, this should be the correct answer. Y should now be equivalent to x minus 8. X minus 8 for that particular question. Let's look at question number next. That is question number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we are headed to question number 6. We are told a tree bends in the wind and forms a 30 degrees angle from its original upright position, given that the horizontal displacement of the top of the tree is 2.5 meters. Calculate the height of the tree before it bent. So let us assume this was the height of the tree. That was our tree. Now this tree bends and forms an angle of 30 degrees from its original upright position. Now the tree bends this way and forms a certain angle here. This angle is 30 degrees from the original position. Given that the horizontal displacement of the top of the tree, the horizontal displacement, that is the distance from this particular point. This horizontal displacement is given that the horizontal displacement is 2.5 meters. Calculate the height of the tree before it bent. They want now the original height of this tree. How should we approach this particular question? A tree bending. Here we need to be very smart, even in how we reason, dear learners. That's why I told you that this is a well structured question paper that when you follow keenly, you are going to gain a lot. You are going to gain a lot. So the tree bent, I want you to understand it that way. So we are going to take that the original height of the tree is the hypotenuse of this triangle. I want you to see it that way. This height. I don't know if you can relate and exactly see what is getting formed here. Let h be the original height of the tree. Then theta is the angle that the tree bends from its original upright position, which is now in this case 30 degrees. In the right angle triangle formed, the horizontal distance, you can see the horizontal displacement of the top of the tree is, when they talk the horizontal displacement, this distance here is 2.5 meters. From 90, we can get this, because the tree was upright. If this is 30, from 90, this other angle is 60 degrees. 90 minus 30 to give you 60 degrees. Then, if that is the case, if I join it this way, if that is the case, now I'll want, we look at the question this way. The vertical distance from the base of the tree to the point directly below the top of the bent part. Let us see. We are going, if I draw it this way, we are going to have a figure now that will look like this. This is 2.5. This angle here is 60. Then you are supposed to get this height. Opposite, this is it opposite? I'm trying to see the easiest way we can have this one tackled. In fact, this figure will have a look like this. The best trigonometric ratio we are going to apply here is the cos. We are going to say cos 60 degrees is equivalent to the adjacent, which is our adjacent, which will be 2.5 in this case, over the hypotenuse, which will be h that we are looking for. So this will mean cos 60 is 0.5 is equivalent to 2.5 over h. So this will mean my h will be given by 2.5 divided by 0.5. This will be equivalent to 5 meters. This will be equivalent to 5 meters, which is choice A for apple. Choice A for apple. Question number 7. Solve the equation sin 2x plus 40 is equals to cos 3x plus 20. Here you need to know that sin x plus cos x is equivalent to 90 degrees. So sin x, that is 2x plus 40 is equivalent to plus the cos value, which is now here 3x plus 20. This should be equivalent to 90. 2x plus 3x, that is 5x plus 60 is equivalent to 90. When you collect like terms, you get 5x will be equal to 90 minus 60, that is 30, meaning that x will be equivalent to 6 degrees, which makes choice C for cat the correct answer. We are progressing very, very well. Allow I have a look at question number 7. No, not 7, but question number 8. In question number 8, you are being told a civil engineer designs a triangular structural reinforcement bracket. The base of the bracket is designated as 2x minus 4 centimeters, and its perpendicular height is x plus 6 centimeters. If the total surface area of one of the sides of the bracket must be exactly 48 square centimeters, determine the positive real value of x. We are asked to determine the positive real value of x. This is a structural triangular reinforcement bracket with this as the base, and the perpendicular height is this. If the total surface area of one side of the bracket must be exactly this, determine the positive real value of x. We need to determine the positive real value of x. This is another beautiful question that a learner has to fully understand what he's doing before attempting the question. That is the good thing with this paper, dear learners. You must be learning a lot. So because they talk of a triangular design reinforcement, let us take it this way. The shape looks like this. Now, if the shape looks like that, you realize that I can have the base. They are saying the base is 2x minus 4. Then the perpendicular height, this perpendicular height here, is x plus 6. But one of the areas must be this. So you know that. How do we get the area of a triangle? Area is given by a half multiplied by base multiplied by the height. So the area, which is 48, is equivalent to a half times the base, which is 2x minus 4, times the height, which is x plus 6. I can decide to remove these 2 by multiplying the left hand side by 2, also here by 2. So this and this will cancel. I'll be having here 96 is equal to 2x minus 4, then x plus 6. Let us deal with it. So this will be 96 is equal to 2x times x, that will be 2x squared. 2x times 6, that is plus 12x. Negative 4 times x, that is minus 4x. Negative 4 times times 6, that is negative 24. So this will become Let me see if I've done it well. Yeah, this should be correct. So here we have 96 is equals to 2x squared plus 8x you less 24. This equation can be reduced by dividing through by 2. So this can be 48 is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 12. Let me see. So this will be, if I write it as a quadratic, this will be x squared plus 4x minus 12 minus 48, that will be minus 60, is equivalent to 0. So I'm going to look for two numbers such that the sum should be 4 and the product should be 60. When you look at these two numbers, sorry, negative 60, so this should be 10 and negative 6. 10 and negative 6. So this will be x squared minus 6x plus 10x minus 60 is equals to 0. That way. So this will be x into x minus 6 plus 10 into x minus 6 is equals to 0. So here we'll have x plus 10, x minus 6 being equivalent to 0. In the first case, I have x plus 10 is equals to 0, meaning my first value of x is negative 10. In the next case, I'll have x minus 6 is equals to 0, meaning x will be equivalent to 6. So x can be equivalent to negative 10 or positive 6. But here they want to determine the positive real value of x, so you take the positive value, which is 6. So x is equals to 6. That answers you, that gives the correct answer as option B for boy. Let's look at question number 9, ladies and gentlemen. Question number 9. Question number 9. The total number of structural combinations in a complex molecular grid is determined to be exactly 51,840. Express this value in its canonical prime factor index form. Express this value. Express this value in its canonical prime factor value. This is a very standard paper, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you can see the language of instruction in use. The number is 51,840. We need to express it in its canonical prime factor index form. One very important thing you have to understand is when we talk about prime factorization, you know what it is. A prime number, you know what it is. But now, the canonical prime factor index form is where the trick comes in. When you are instructed to express your answer that way, it means we express the number as a product of the prime numbers raised to their respective powers. Raised to their respective powers. So when I have the number like this was 51,840, let us go to here. I want to get the prime factors first. 51,840 divided by 2, 29, 25,920. You get this as 25,920. 2 there, 12,960. 2 there, 6480. 2 there, 3240. 2 there, 1620. 2 there, 810. 2 there, 405. 3 here, 135. 3 here, 45. 3 here, 15. 3 here, 5. 5 here, 1. So in canonical form, this will be given by 2 raised to power. How many times have we written 2? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be 2 power 7 multiplied by 3 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 power 4, then times 5. Making exactly choice B for boy the most correct answer. The most correct answer is choice not B for boy but A for apple. Question number 10. Is it question number 10? Yes. We are being told in question number 10, we have a cyber security protocol updates a master database password using a 5-digit string. The system rejects any password unless it forms an odd number and has its digits strictly decreasing from left to right and contains exactly 2 prime digits. Which of the following numbers successfully updates the system? We are being told that a cybersecurity protocol updates a master database using a 5-digit string. A 5-digit string. The system rejects any password unless it forms an odd number. First, it must form an odd number. When you look at the choices, all these are odd numbers. Has its digits strictly decreasing from left to right. The digits from left to right should be decreasing. 98643, yes. 97531, yes. 86421, yes. 98541, yes. And contains exactly 2 prime digits. Let's look at it. Exactly the number of prime digits should be 2. When you look at here, choice A, how many prime digits are here? We can only see 3. There is no any other. So choice A is eliminated. Choice the question is a bit tricky. It contains only 2 prime digits. It contains only 2 prime digits. What will it be? Let us think critically here, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you that the paper is a very good paper. You can now see how it is. So you know, the odd numbers here should be strictly decreasing. Prime, single prime digit are this. Now when we analyze, let us look at still option A. It contains exactly 2 prime digits. 2 prime digits. Let us look at it well. Option A, it is odd because the last digit is odd number. It is strictly decreasing. Has 2 prime digits? No. Option B, odd number, yes. Exactly decreasing, yes. Exactly 2 prime digits, no. Because 1 is not a prime number. Choice C. Choice C. When you look at these and the conditions, all the digits decreasing, yes. Odd number, yes. Exactly 2 prime digits, no. Because the only prime digit here is 2. So this one is also out. Choice D. The digits are decreasing, but the only prime number is 5. So this one is also odd. So it appears that there might be an issue with the provided options, as none of them strictly meets all the criteria. So you are supposed to be very, very smart in tackling such a question. But when we look at the options provided, we don't have an answer here. So in this exam, we can say there is no exact answer, from the choices provided. We don't have the exact answer. Let's look at question 11. To those asking about my consultation number, you can call through 07 41 30 43 11. That is my consultation number. Expand the expression 2x plus 3 into 3x minus 5 to form a quadratic equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. When you expand this will be 2x into 3x minus 5 plus 3 into 3x minus 5. So this will be 6x squared minus 10x plus 9x minus 15. So this can become 6x squared minus x minus 15. That will be the answer. 6x squared minus x minus 15. Exactly choice A for apple. Question number 12. We are going to question number 12, ladies and gentlemen. Determine the value of W if log to base log W log to base W of 243 is equal to 5. We need to be very keen. So we have log W raised to power 243 is equivalent to 5. Then you are being asked to get the value of W. What I want you to know is that what I want you to know is this. Is this one log to base W or log W power this? Let me see. The question is very, very clear, ladies and gentlemen. And what is required of us is to determine the value of W here. I think when you look at the positioning well, when you look at this well, I want maybe to give you something. You should know that maybe log B power X is being equivalent to Y can be written as B power Y being equivalent to X. So applying this, log w to power 243 is equals to this. This will mean this is a logarithm notation. To change it to index notation, I'll have this as w power 5 being equivalent to 243. But 243, this can be written as w power 5 being equivalent to 243 is like saying 3 to the power of 5. 3 power 5. We have a law that says if the powers are the same, it means also the bases should be the same. So if w power 5 is equivalent to 3 to the power of 5, then it will mean that the value of w is equivalent to 3. The value of w should be equivalent to 3, which makes choice A for apple the most correct answer. Question number 13. A delivery truck stops. We are looking at question number 13, ladies and gentlemen. A delivery truck stops at the following warehouse bays: 2 at the 2nd, 7th, 9th, 15th, 11th, 23rd, and 27th. Identify the choice that lists the bays represented by prime numbers only. A prime number is a number that is divisible by 1 and itself only. So the first prime number is 2. So this will be 2nd. 7th is also a prime number. 11th, 23rd. Yes, those are the only prime numbers. Exactly, choice A for apple. Choice A for apple. Remember, the first prime number is normally 2. So when you look at choice D, it is not complete. In fact, this one here, it's being ruined by this. This one here, it's missing the 2nd. This one here, it's being ruined by this. So the correct answer here is A for apple for question number 13. Question 14. Find the area of a triangular plot of land with a base of this and a perpendicular height of this. Area of a triangle will be given by a half multiplied by base multiplied by the height. So this is a half by 24 by 12, which is 144 square meters. Choice B for boy. Question 15. If a water tank fills in 2 3/4 hours, what is the reciprocal of the time it takes to fill the tank? So when you have 2 3/4, you multiply and add, this will be 11/4. Now they want the reciprocal. So when you get the reciprocal, you simply, the numerator becomes the denominator and the denominator becomes the numerator. So this becomes 4 by 11, making choice A for apple the correct answer. Let's look at question number 16. Express 0.0000537 in standard form. 0.0000537. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This exactly becomes 5.37 times 10, because I've moved to the right, times 10 to the power of -5, which makes choice B for boy the correct answer there. Question number 16. I multiplied that. We've multiplied that by 14 squared. When you multiply this by 14 squared, so 22/7 by 14 squared, you exactly get 616. It is area, so it should be 616 square meters, which should be choice C for cat. 616 square meters as the correct answer for that particular question. A very, very good question paper, dear learners. A very good question paper to help you prepare for your this paper says convert the algebraic index notation x power negative 3, convert the algebraic index notation x power negative 3 is equal to y minus 2 into logarithmic form. I want you to pick it from this case. Log to be a log m power n being equivalent to k. In index form, this can be written as m power k being equivalent to n. So today, like, we have m power k being equivalent to n, and we are told to write it in logarithmic form. It will be log m power n is equals to k. So in this case, when I have x power negative 3 is equal to y minus 2, so in logarithmic form, I'll have log x now to the power of y minus 2 should be equivalent to 3. Log x to the power of y minus 2 is equivalent to negative 3, not just 3, negative 3. That exactly gives choice B for boy as the correct answer. Choice B for boy as the correct answer. Question 19. A computer algorithm flags any non-rational number during data entry. Which of the following calculated ratios will trigger an error? 0.45 recurring. Remember, if a number is non-repeating and non-repeating or non-terminating, then that is an irrational number. Because this is a repeating number, so this one here is rational. This one here is rational because you can express it as a fraction. This one also is rational because its value will be 1.69. This will be 1.3 as the answer. So this is rational because it's a terminating decimal. Root 24 is irrational. So this one here, the computer algorithm will flag an error. It will flag it. Root 81 over 3, this is like saying 9 over 3, which is also rational because 9 over 3 will be 9. So the odd one out here is C for cat. That is the one that will throw an error. Question number 20. Question number 20 now. Two similar water tanks have a capacities of 500 liters and 62.5 liters. Given that the height of the larger tank is 5 meters, find the height of the smaller one. Because these are capacities, these are volume scale factors. It is 62.5 over 500. This simplifies to, when you have 62.5, let me reset my calculator. 62.5 over 500, this gives you a 1 over 8. So the linear scale factor will be the cube root of 1 over 8 to give you 1 over 2. So if that is the case, they are saying given that the height of the larger one is 5, so this 2 represents 5. What about the smaller one which is being represented by 1? You cross multiply. This will be 1 times 5 divided by 2 to exactly give you 2.5 meters, which is choice B for boy, and this marks the end of section A of the paper. We can now have a look at section B of the same question paper. This is now 80 marks. You need to pay much attention. I hope you are still following. Remember to call the number 07 41 30 43 11 for more revision materials. Question number 21. By letting p is equals to 4 power negative y in the equation, 4 power negative 2y plus 3 minus 20 times 4 power negative y plus 1 is equals to 0. Write the above equation in terms of p. In terms of p, I want you to know this, that 4 power negative 2y plus 3, applying the laws of indices, this can be 4 power negative 2y times 4 power 3. And when you have it like that, remember, when you are having it that way, there is something you have to understand here. What do you need to know? This is like saying 4 power negative y, then you multiply it, you square it, times 4 power 3. So, write the above equation in terms of p. So this will be now 4 power negative y is p. So this will be p squared times 4 cubed minus 20 times 4 power negative y, so that will be 20p, plus 1 is equals to 0. So this will become 4 cubed is 64. So this will be 64p squared minus 20p plus 1 is equals to 0. I've written the equation in terms of p. Part B, hence find the possible values of y. To get the possible values of y, we need to solve this equation. So when you have 64p squared minus 20p plus 1 is equals to 0. Let us see, the sum is negative 20 and the product is 64. Are we able to get the numbers? We have to look for two numbers. We have to look for two numbers whose sum is negative 20 and product is 64. When you think critically, the two numbers that will match is negative 6, negative 16, and negative 4. So, for the sum to be negative 20 and the product to be 64, the two numbers here will be negative 4 and negative 16. Let us bring the numbers here. So this will be 64p squared minus 4p minus 16p plus 1 is equals to 0. So this will be 4p into 16p minus 1 plus minus 1, then minus 1 into 16p minus 1 is equal to 0. So this will be 4p plus 4p minus 1 and 16p minus 1 being equivalent to 0. In the first case, I have 4p minus 1 is equals to 0. This means that 4p will be equivalent to 1 and p will be equivalent to 1 over 4. In the other case, 16p minus 1 is equals to 0, meaning p will be 1 over 16. So I have two values of p. P can be equivalent to 1 over 4 or 1 over 16. But what was our p? Our p was 4 power negative y. So 4 power negative y is equal to 1. 4 power negative y is equals to 1 over 16. So this is like saying 4 power negative y is equals to 16 power negative 1. So this will mean that 4 power negative y will be equal to 16 is like saying 4 squared multiplied by negative y. So this will be 4 power negative y. Let me see. Here we had negative y is equals to negative 1. So the value of y should be 1 here, not negative. Here the value of y should have been 1. In this case, 4 power negative y is equals to 4 power negative 2y. When you drop the bases, you'll have negative y is equals to negative 2y. Is it making any sense? No. X plus 2. Here we need to apply some laws, and I'm going to express everything to base 2. This is like saying 8 can be written as 2 cubed. Power 2x plus 1. Multiply this by 4, which is like saying 2 squared to the power of x minus 3. Then divide this by 16 is like saying 2 to the power of 4 into 3x minus 1. This can be equivalent to, remember, 0.125 is like saying 1 over 8 or 8 power negative 1 into x plus 2. Working the left hand side better, the right hand side, so this will be 2. In fact, even I can combine here the right hand side, so the left hand side with some laws. We've got a law. Let me open the brackets. This can be 2 power 6x plus 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of 2x minus 6. Divide this by 2 to the power of 12x minus 6. Then let's apply this law. There is a law that says a power m times a power n is like saying a power m plus n. So applying that law on the first elements, we are going to have this as 2 to the power of 6x plus 3 plus 2x minus 6 being divided by 2 to the power of 12x minus 4 is equal to 2 to the power of negative 3x minus 6. So this will be now 2 to the power of 8x minus 3 minus 12 plus 4 should be equal to 2 to the power of negative 3x minus 6. So this is 2 power, this was 12x. 8x minus 12x, that is negative x. This is not negative x, but negative 4x plus 1, because negative 3 plus 4 is 1. This should be equivalent to 2 to the power of negative 3x minus 6. Dropping the bases and proceeding with the powers, we have negative 4x plus 1 is equals to negative 3x minus 6. So this is negative 4x plus 3x is equals to negative 6 minus 1. Evaluate 8 over 27 to the power of negative 2 over 3 times 81 over 16 to the power of negative 3 over 4, all over 1 over 32 to the power of 3, 2 over 5. One thing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to draw to your attention is that a over b power negative m is like saying b over a to the power of m. So this is like saying, let me deal first with the numerator. This is like saying 81 over 27 power negative 2 over 3 is like saying 27 over 8 to the power of 2 over 3 multiplied by 16 over 81 to the power of 3 over 4. So 81, 27 can be written as 3 cubed over 8, which is also 2 cubed. The whole of this to the power of 2 over 3 times 16 is like saying 4 squared over 9 squared to the power of 3 over 4. In fact, even I don't want to put like this. Let me put it as 2 power 16 can be 2 to the power of 4. Let me have it as 2 power 4 over 81. 81 can be 3 to the power of 4. 3 power 4. Then you can factor out the powers. This will be 3 over 2 cubed, then multiplied by 2 over 3 times 2 over 3. I factor out the common power 4 times the new power 3 over 4. You can simplify even these powers. How do we simplify the powers? The way we simplify these powers is simply by saying 3 and 3 will cancel. Once they cancel, I'll be having now 2 over 3 power 2. Sorry, 3 over 2 to the power of 2 times, here we have 2 over 3. 2 over 3 to the power, 9 ender, to the power of 3. When you reach here, one thing you need to know, this can be written as 2 over 3 to the power of negative 2 multiplied by 2 over 3 to the power of 3. Then here you can, because you are multiplying, I want you to bear in mind this relation. A power m times a power n will be a power m plus n. Applying that, as long as they have the same basis, this will be like saying 2 over 3 to the power of negative 2 plus 3 So this will become 2 over 3 to the negative 2 plus 3 is just that one. So this is the numerator. The numerator is 2 over 3. Then with our denominator, we have 1 over 32. When you have the number, the denominator as 1 over 32 being raised to the power of 2 over 5. Remember 32 is like saying 32 power negative 1 raised to power 2 over 5. 32, when you look at 32 well, is there any other way we can express 32? 1 over 32 times 2 over 5. Maybe before this, let me bring it here so that we agree on what has to be done. That is 32. 1 over 32 power this can be written as, this can be equivalent to 32 over 1 raised to the power of negative 2 over 5. We should be fully aware of that. Then, having this, we can now, is there another way we can manipulate this? We are now having that 2 raised to power negative 2 over 5. The paper is a very standard paper. I'm seeing people following. Kindly drop comments saying how you are enjoying our lesson. Drop a comment. If you feel you are gaining something, kindly drop your comment. Kindly drop your comment so that we also remain updated over the same. So here we are having this. I'm trying to see if there is another alternative we can use to have this one done. I'm just trying to see, because on my end I'm getting my final answer as when I take numerator over denominator, my numerator is 2 over 3. I'm now forced, we are having it divided by 32. 32 raised to power 2 over 5. I want you to know this way. When you have this, maybe before this, let me make some progress here. 32 can be expressed as, is there a way we can express 32? 32 can be written as, I'm just trying to see. Because this number here is, when I take 32 raised to power this is becoming a quarter. 32 raised to power 2 over 5. When you take 32 raised to power negative 2 over 5, it is evaluating to a quarter. So if the denominator is now a quarter, now when I take numerator over denominator, it will be numerator 2 over 3 divided by the denominator, which is a quarter. So this will be 2 over 3 times 4 over 1. This is 8 over 3 which is 2 2/3 as your final answer. 2 2/3 is your final answer, ladies and gentlemen. Let us make progress to the next question. That is question number 24. We are progressing very, very well. The roots of the equation 3x squared minus 18x plus k is 0 are b and are 4 and b. Find the values of k and b. If these are the roots, are 4 and b, the roots of this equation are 4 and b. Find the values of k and b. Another Mwecheche question is here. A very strong one that we need to solve. So in solving this question, this is what you need to know. Let us see how we are going to approach it. If the roots are R1 and R2, the sum of our roots, I don't know if you recall, if you have the roots say R1 and R2, when you add your roots, the sum of the roots, when I take root 1 plus root 2, I should be getting negative b over a. Then when I take the product of the roots, that is root 1 multiplied by root 2, I should be getting c over a. So when we substitute this, we are going to realize when I do the addition, root 1 plus root 2, our roots, this can be my root 1, 4 can be my root 1, then b can be my root 2. So when I take 4 plus b, which is the sum of the roots, I should be getting negative b. Negative b is negative 18 over a, which is 3. So this will become 4 plus b will be equivalent to 6. Then b will be 6 minus 4. The value of b will be 2. Very simple. In the next context, we are going to apply the product rule. Root R1 times R2 to give you that. R1 is 4 times b to give me c, which is k, over a, which is 3. But already we found the value of b as 2. So this is 4 times 2 is equals to k over 3. So this is 8 is equals to k over 3, meaning k will be given by 8 times 3. Therefore, the value of k here should be 24. The value of k in this context is 24. A very simple question, dear learners. Let us look at question number 25. Remember, the paper goes all the way to question number. Let us see the last question. 33 is the last question. So we have almost 10 more questions to go. We are not badly off. Let me plug in my laptop. Keep dropping comments. Keep dropping your comments on how you are benefiting from this particular lesson. Then also share this link with your other friends. so that they can also enjoy. Question number 25. Simplify the expression 3x squared minus 7xy plus 2y squared over 4y squared minus x squared by factorization. Let me start by working out my numerator. I have 3x squared minus 7xy plus 2y squared. I'm going to look for two numbers whose sum is negative 7 and whose product is 6. The two numbers are negative 1, negative 6. So this will be now 3x squared minus xy minus 6xy plus 2y squared. So when you pair them into twos, so this will be x into 3x minus y, and this will be now plus, will it be plus or minus? Let me see. No, this should be minus. Let me have this as minus 2y into 3x minus y. So this will be x minus 2y, 3x minus y. That is our numerator. With our denominator, we have 4y squared minus x squared. This is a difference of two squares, which is like saying, 2y minus x, 2y plus x. Then when I take numerator divided by the denominator, I'll have x minus 2y, 3x minus y, 3x minus y, all over 2y minus x, 2y plus x. Let me introduce a negative to the numerator to make this one negative x plus 2y, which will now make this one and this one to cancel. Then I'll be getting my final answer is negative 3x plus y over 2y plus x. That is the final answer to that particular question. Question number 26. Two students, Ben and Dan, bought a total of 9 notebooks to resell to their classmates. Each sold their notebooks at different fixed price per book, but both ended up making the exact same total amount of money from their sales. If Ben had sold his notebook at Dan's selling price, he would have received 625 shillings. If Dan had sold his notebooks at Ben's selling price, he would have received 400 shillings. Part A, let the number of notebooks sold by Ben be x. Write down an expression in terms of x and the total amount and the total money earned from the actual sale of these or from one Ben's notebook. So we've been told, let the number of notebooks sold by Ben be x. And Ben and Dan bought a total of 9 notebooks. But now we are being told that Ben alone, let the number of notebooks sold by Ben be x. Write down an expression in terms of x and the and the total, write down an expression in terms of x of the total amount of money earned for the actual selling price of Ben's notebook. Dan bought a total of 9 notebooks. I want you to be very, very vigilant with this particular question and what the question is testing. Let's see once again. You see the statement here is a bit big, but we are going to understand. So if Ben sold 9 exercise books, 9 notebooks, then it means Dan sold 9 minus x. We are looking at this particular question. So we need to know the total amount of money earned by Ben. Lakini, there's something that is giving us a secret here. There is each sold the notebooks at different fixed price per book, but both ended up making exactly the same amount, the same total amount of money from their sales. If Ben had sold the notebooks at Dan's selling price, he would have received this amount. If Dan had sold his notebook at Ben's selling price, he would have received 400 shillings. Part A, let the number of the notebooks sold by Ben be x. Write down an expression in terms of x and the total money earned for the actual selling of these. Let's read maybe part B. Calculate the number of notebooks each sold. Then part C, Roman 2, the actual selling price per notebook for each student. Let's come back and see the statement in use here. That the two students, Ben and Dan, bought a total of 9 notebooks. They bought a total of 9 notebooks. They bought a total of 9 notebooks to resell to their classmates. To resell to their classmates. What can be the hiding part in this question? We need to be so vigilant with what is ongoing here. There is something that is missing in this particular question. Let me see the there was something missing in that question, and let's have a look at question 27. The vertices of a triangle ABC are A62, B82, and C60 respectively. On the grid provided below, draw the triangle. Let us draw that particular triangle. A is 6, 2, so let's plot the point 6, 2. 6 on the x-axis, 2 on the y-axis. B, 8, 2. 8, 2 is here. That's our B. C, 6, 0. 6, 0 is here. That's our B. Then let's join A to B. So this is our C. I guess that should be, let me see. Yes. This is our C. That way. We are now joining to form our triangle. We are joining to form our triangle that way. Doing like that, you're done with that. Roman 2, the triangle A prime, B prime, C prime is the image of ABC under reflection in the line y is equal to x. On the same grid, draw the triangle A prime, B prime, C prime and state the image. When you are told the line y is equal to x, this is the line y is equal to x. This is the line y is equal to x. Let me have the line drawn. So let us reflect. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my A. My B will be, let me see. My B will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. That's our B. Our C will be, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'll count 6 steps here. This is my C prime. This is my A prime, my B prime. Let me join and get this as my triangle. This is our triangle. After reflection in the line y is equal to x. This is the line. This is the line y is equal to x. So state the coordinates. A prime. A prime is 2, 6. B prime. Coordinates of B prime, we have B prime are 2, 8. We have it as 2, 8. C prime, we have it as 0, 6. Those are the coordinates. Roman 2, part B, sorry. Triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime is the image of triangle A prime, B prime, C prime under enlargement scale factor 2 about the center -1, 9. -1, 9 is here. -1. -1, 9 is here as the center. -1, 9 is there. So the double primed image is the image of this single primed scale factor 2. Let me draw it. So here, this is what will happen. If this is, let me have that one in blue. I want to start with B. The distance triples. So that one will be here. This is B double prime. A double prime. Let me see. From the center of enlargement, it will come here. Then this is my A double prime. My C double prime is this way. It will be here. My C double prime. So now I'll join A double prime to B double prime to C double prime. This is basically how you should have done that particular part. Very simple. Is that? So the coordinates still, I think they want it. So A double prime has the coordinates A double prime 5, 5, 3. The coordinates here is 5, 3. B double prime we have 5, 7. Then C double prime C double prime we have 1, 3. 1, 3, that way. By construction, find and write the coordinates of the center of enlargement, of the center and the angle of rotation, which can be used to rotate A double prime and A triple prime. Rotate A double prime and A triple prime. Let me see. A double prime and A triple prime. It was rotated this way. But now this one is simple. You know to have it A double prime to A triple prime. This way, then you bisect that line so that you make sure it's at 90 degrees. Then you can even join another point. I can join B to B prime. I can join B double prime to B triple prime, then bisect. When I bisect, it will pass through there. I joined A to A prime and bisected. I've joined C to B prime and bisected. Let me join C to C prime and bisect. C to C prime that way and bisect it. I don't have the construction tools, but where that perpendicular bisector will meet will give you the center of rotation. Question 28. A cylindrical container has a capacity of 3.36 decimeter cubed, sorry. the container is redesigned so that the new container is similar to the old and has a capacity of 11.34. Determine in its simplest form the possible volume scale factor. So our volume scale factor here will be 3.36 all over 11.34. This one you can press directly from your calculator. 3.36 all over 11.34. 11.34. You should be getting 8 over 27. Then Roman 2, the linear scale factor. This will be the cube root of the volume scale factor, which will be now 2 over 3. Then Roman 3, the area scale factor. This will be the square of the linear scale factor, which will be 4 over 9. Calculate the height of the new container, given that the height of the old container is 45. Let me see. This was so that the similar and has a capacity. So this is the new. So the new one is bigger than the old one. So the new is bigger. So when they talk about the height, you talk about the linear scale factor 2 over 3. Then which one is older? Let me see. Which one is bigger? The new is bigger. So the new which we want is bigger. So that can be k over this old, which is 45. Then here you can make k the subject. K will be given by 45 multiplied by 3 over 2. 45 times 3 over 2 to give you 67.5. Roman 2, the surface area of the new container is this. What is the surface area of the larger one? I'll again take 4 over 5. Sorry, 4 over 9. The surface area of the new one. So this is 1620 over y. So this means my y will be 4 over 9 times 1620. So this will mean my y will be 4 over 9 multiplied by 1620. You are going to get 720. 720 square centimeters. That is how you respond to that particular question. Let us look at question number next. That is use the reciprocals tables to evaluate this. So this will be 10 into 1 over 8.34 times 10 power 1, so power negative 1 minus 3 into 1 over 1.2964 times 10 squared. So this will be 10 into, we need to access our log table. We need to access our mathematical table so that we exactly see what is required of us. The paper is so detailed. I love the paper. Let us see. So when we go there, I want just to project my mathematical table. I want to share my mathematical table. and I go straight to the squares, the reciprocals, page 17. It should be page 17. I want 8.3 then 4. 8.3 then 4. 8.3 is here. Then 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1199. 0.1199 times 10 power negative 1 when you reciprocate becomes 10 minus 3 into 1.99 minus 3 times 0.7713. You get this as 2.3139. So the final answer here becomes 9.6761. I hope that is well solved. No, sorry. I did not multiply this. The reciprocal of 10 power 2 will be 10 power negative 2. Apologies, I think I had that omission. So this will now become 0.7713 times 10 times 10 to the power of negative 2 times 3. This became 0.023139. 11.99 minus that, you get 11.966861. So that is what was to be done in that particular question to get it correct. We are done with question number 29. Let's look at the next question. I have that one, then this one. These ones here are simple, I think, but let's just do them. Just a moment, let me sort the network issues from my end in a minute, then we'll be back. But meanwhile, you can also attempt this question number 30, then drop your answer in the comment section. A mechanical engineer calculates the structural safety modules of an aircraft wing component using the formula M is equal to the cube root of 0.8415 by multiplied by 29.34 squared divided by 146.7. Using mathematical tables, evaluate its value. We are going to have a table with 3 columns: the number, the standard form, and the log. And I want you to be very attentive in this question. The first number here is 0.8415. In standard form, it will be 8.415 times 10 to the power of negative 1. This power, the power here, the negative 1, the negative 1 is going to become what is called the characteristic in our log. The power becomes the characteristic. I hope you are relating that. The power has to become the characteristic. So this will be, because it is power negative 1, so now it will become bar 1 point. Now we go to tables 8.415. Let us see. Let's go here to tables, natural logarithms. We want to go to 8.415. There we are. So our 8.4 is here. Remember, it is 8.415. 8.41 is 9248. Then 5. You add, this is 3. What do we do to that 3? Do we add or we subtract? Let me see. We add the 3. So this, when you add, that will be 51. 92, 51. 92, 51. The next number we have here is 29.34 squared. In standard form, this will be 2.934 times 10. 2.934 times 10 power 1. So this will be, the power here becomes the characteristic 2.934. We are going to 2.934. Let me see. 2.934. 2.9. 3 is here. 46.99. So 46.69, then 4 is here 6. So when you add here 6, when you have 46.69 plus 6, this will be 46.75. 46.75. And because it was squared, then we are going to multiply this log by 2. When you have 1.4675 times 2, you're going to get 2.935. 2.935. And because we are multiplying, then we are going to add this 2. 5, this can be 0.50 here, so that this can be 1, 10, 0 carry 1, 6, 18, 19, 9 carry 1. 1 plus by 1 is 0, then plus 2, this is 2 point. That is the numerator. Then our denominator is having a value of number of 146.7. This will be 1.467 times 10 power 2. This will be 1.46 then 7. 1.46 then 7. 1.4 is here. 6 is here. 1644. Then 7. 21. You add here 21. 1698. So this will be 1698. Because it is numerator divided by the denominator, so here we are going to subtract. When you take 2.9601 minus 2.1698, you get 0.7903. And because you are getting the cube root, so this one here, you are going to divide this by 3. When you divide by 3, you get 0.2634. So this will be 10 to the power of 0 times 0.2634. Let's go to the antilog. 0.2634. 0.26 is here. 340123 is here. 3 is here. Then 4, 2. What do we do to that 2? Let me see. That 2 we add. Let me add these 2. So this will be 1.834. 1.834, which still becomes our answer. Our answer is now 1.834. That becomes your answer in that particular case. Without struggling, you exactly get what is required of you. You exactly get what is required of you. Question number 31. Without using a calculator or a mathematical table, evaluate this. Let me start with the numerator. This will be 9 over 4 divided by 2 over 3 of 9 over 4 minus 3 over 4. You start with brackets off. Deal with off, so this will be 9 over 4 divided by, this will be 3 over 2 minus 3 over 4. Then you deal with division. This will be 9 over 4 times 2 over 3. What you get now is what you subtract 3 over 4. So here 1, here 2, 3. So this will be 3 over 2 minus 3 over 4. When you take 3 over 2 minus 3 over 4, you get 3 over 4 as our numerator. Then we are going to compute also for the denominator. We have 5 over 6 plus 22 over 39 times 13 over 11. So this will be 5 over 6 plus, when you have 22 over 9, sorry, over 39 being multiplied by 13 over 11, in their simplest form it will be 2 over 3. Then you add this to 5 over 6, you get 3 over 2. Then when you take numerator divided by the denominator, our numerator we had it as 3 over 4. Divide this by 3 over 2. This will be 3 over 4 times 2 over 3, which becomes a half. Which becomes a half. Question number 32, which is our second last. Without using mathematical tables or a calculator, evaluate this. Let us start by evaluating the numerator. It will be negative 6 into negative 3 plus negative 9, that is negative 12, minus 16 divided by 4 minus 8 minus negative 12. So this will be 72 minus 16. Divide this by 4 minus 8 minus negative 12. Then you go to division. This will become 72 minus 4 minus 8 minus negative 12. Then this becomes 68 minus 8 minus negative 12. This can be 60 minus negative 12. This will become 72 as our numerator. For our denominator, we are going to say negative 6 times negative 3, that is negative 18 plus negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. So that is 18 plus negative 14. This exactly gives you a 4. The numerator over denominator will be 72 over 4, and this is 18. Question number last. We are having the last question of our discussion. In 10 years' time, a father will be 3 times as old as his daughter. 5 years ago, the sum of their ages was 40 years. Find how old the father will be when the daughter is 20 years old. In 10 years' time, a father will be 3 times as old as his daughter. So, we have the daughter, then we have the father, then we have their ages 5 years ago. I can add a tab for now. In 10 years. I'm going to use this to make this clear. 5 years ago, so in 10 years, a father will be 3 times as old as the daughter. So, assuming the daughter will be k years by that time, the father will be, if the daughter is will be k years in 10 years time, the father will be 3 times, so the father will be 3k. If that's the case, now it means if in 10 years this person will be k, now the person is k minus 10, 3k minus 10. And 5 years ago, this person was k minus 10 minus 5, that is minus 15, then 3k minus 15. 5 years ago, the sum of their ages was 40, 5 years ago. Meaning when I take the daughter's age 5 years ago, that is k minus 15 plus the father, 3k minus 15. The difference is, the sum is 40. So this will be k plus 3k, that is 4k minus 30 is equals to 40, meaning 4k is equal to 70. If 4k is 70, then k is 17.5 years by now. 17.5 years. Find how old the father will be when the daughter is 20 years old. When the daughter is 20 years old. So, when the daughter is 20 years old, meaning from this, you add how many years? If the daughter is these years, then the father will be 3 times 17.5. The father will be 3 times 17.5, that is 52.5 years. In order to be 20 years, you add here 2.5. Also, you add here 2.5. So, 52.5 plus the 2.5, this will be 55 years. The father will be 55 years. The father will be 55 years. For that particular question, 55 years. 55 years is, yeah. So that is how you respond to it and you get your 5 marks. Thank you for watching the entire of this paper. If you feel you've gained something, drop a comment saying I'm learning. And also if you wish reaching out to us, you can call the number 07 41 30 43 11. That is our consultation number. Thank you.